Omaha, Neb. When Braedon Bayer arrived at Syracuse, he was hopeful that he could walk onto an ACC heavyweight led by a Hall of Fame coach. After drawing 0 Division I scholarship offers out of Trinity Pauling School, a prep institution about 20 minutes southeast of his hometown, LaGrangeville, NY, he averaged 10.7 points per game over one full season for Grinnell College, the D3 program in Iowa best known for a gimmicky style of basketball that involves pushing the tempo to the extreme, encourages launching three-point shots with abandon and occasionally produces ridiculous individual scoring outbursts. Drawn to Syracuse by the friendship he had developed with former Orange forward and eventual NBA first-round draft pick Tyler Lydon through prominent, New York State-based grassroots program City Rocks, Bayer transferred in 2015. "I just couldn't deal with Iowa," he said. "It was a different culture out there." Bayer never put up anything close to 138 points in a single game at Grinnell, and after joining Syracuse's team in 2016 and redshirting, he was given a scholarship following South Florida graduate transfer Geno Thorpe's departure for personal reasons in December of last year. Bayer had logged only 11 minutes over 8 games this season, entering Syracuse's round of 32 matchup with no. 3-seed and chic Final Four pick Michigan State and Detroit on Sunday, including none in the Orange's 2 previous NCAA tournament wins over Arizona State and TCU. But late in the second half, after junior guard Frank Howard fouled out by drawing his second whistle in a 7-second span on a questionable call while pressuring the receiver of an inbounds pass at half-court, Jim Boeheim turned to Bayer. "All right, you're going in," he told him. Over the next 6+ minutes, Bayer would man a spot next to a projected first-round pick sophomore guard Tyus Battle in the front line of Syracuse's vaunted 2-to-3 zone defense, force a jump ball near the basket on a former 5-star recruit wing Joshua Langford that went the Orange's way with 9 seconds left, and, inside the final 2 minutes, scurry into the lane while tracking back on a fast break before rising up to snuff out a layup attempt from Spartan star Miles Bridges. "Didn't even think, like, oh, this is a lottery pick, or nothing like that," Bayer said of the SWAT. "Just tried to make a play and not let him score." Bayer did what was asked of him in a pivotal stretch of a pivotal game. "He was terrific," assistant coach Jerry McNamara said. With Bayer flying around and making big plays in crunch time, Syracuse pulled off maybe the most stunning non-UMBC upset of the NCAA tournament to date. But the fact Bayer was even in the game to begin with is instructive. Why, with the Orange's season on the line against a preseason national championship contender loaded with pro talent, was a former walk-on on the court? This is the simple answer: Syracuse has about as much depth as Bayer does 2018 draft stock. Thinned by departures and injuries, the Orange are leaning heavily on their 5 starters. Since Feb. 1, Howard, Battle, freshman forward O'Shea Brissett and freshman forward Merrick Dolazaja are all averaging at least 34 minutes per game. Junior center Pascal Chukwu is at 27.3 minutes per game over that span. One of Syracuse's only reserves, freshman big man Barama Sidibe, is set to undergo surgery in the off-season to address a nagging knee issue. "I just gotta play through it," Sidibe said. Battle has played all 120 minutes of 3 games in the NCAAs, Brissett has logged 117 and Howard had not hit the bench prior to fouling out and giving way to Bayer against Michigan State. All 3 of them rank among the top 10 in Division I in percentage of available minutes played, with Battle checking in first at 96.1%. Syracuse's thin roster did not prevent it from getting back to the Sweet 16 following a 1-year hiatus spent as a No. 1 seed in the NIT. The number 11 seed Orange showed up here as one of only 2 double-digit seeds to reach this year's regional semifinals, along with No. 11 Loyola Chicago, as well as heavy underdogs against Duke. The statistics website 538 gives them only a 15% shot to advance to the Elite Eight. Syracuse also might be the most reviled team left in the field, with the possible exception of the number 2 seed it will take on here Friday night. For starters, it's debatable whether Syracuse even deserved a spot in the NCAAs. It lacked quality wins, posted a sub-.500 record in the ACC and entered the conference tournament having dropped 4 of 6 before being blown out by North Carolina in the second round. The selection committee saw fit to hand the Orange the final at-large bid anyway, snubbing the Notre Dame team that beat them at the Carrier Dome in early January. Syracuse has not justified its bid with a trio of victories that came after the bracket was unveiled, but it has taken full advantage of an opportunity it arguably didn't deserve. "Just to go out there and win a few games," sophomore forward Matthew Moyer said. "It's a great feeling, there's no getting around it. The Orange can be a pretty terrible watch. They win by drawing opponents into slow, low-scoring slogs. Only once since 2010 have they ranked higher than 200th in the country in Ken Pomeroy's adjusted tempo, and they rank 345th out of 351 teams this season. Syracuse has failed to exceed 60 points in each of its 3 tourney wins. Only one other tourney team has recorded a single victory while failing to hit that number. Kansas State beat UMBC